guys, it's Carter. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all having a great and amazing day today. In today's video, we're going to be diving in and looking at a broker that I currently use, one that I love. So I hope you guys all enjoy it. It's the one and only Moomoo. We're going to be breaking down the pros, the cons, and everything you must know for this broker. So I hope you guys all enjoy it. Let's jump into it. Let's go. All right, so what is Moomoo? Well, Moomoo is a stockbroker. So pretty much what that means is they allow you to buy and sell different stocks and commodities on their site. Now, the beauty of Moomoo and the reason I love it so much is because they offer a whole bunch of fantastic things. One, they don't charge you any fees or any commission, so you're not paying out of pocket other than to buy stock, right? Obviously, when you buy a stock, you got to pay for the stock. Now, another thing that they have that I personally love is something called an AI monitor. Really what this is you guys put in a certain watch list, and this AI, so this artificial intelligence, will watch these stocks and these companies, and if they give you a determination of the stock going down, it may tell you to sell, and if the stock starts to slowly move up, it may tell you to buy. So it's giving you these little opinions to buy and sell, and they talk about momentum, so you're finding companies in your watch list with momentum, so you can always find opportunity for your investing and your trading. And looking at these charts, they're absolutely perfect. You guys can actually go ahead and customize just about everything on it, and make sure you guys stay tuned till the end where we kind of do a little more tutorial, so stay tuned for the end. Now, the beauty of these types of charts is they're 100% fully customizable, meaning you guys can change colors, you can change type of chart, you guys can change just about everything that these charts offer. And now with trading, a lot of people find it very, very hard to find different stocks to buy and sell. Now, another reason why I love Moomoo is because they offer something called a stock scanner. Now, a stock scanner is how we find companies. We don't just pick random companies that we just want to invest in. We find stocks with certain criteria. The beauty of Moomoo is you guys can create a stock scanner that works well for you. You guys can put in different volumes, prices, all of the good stuff. You guys will learn more about that later, but you guys will find stock that meet your criteria, whether you're a day trader or a swing trader or even a long-term investor. You guys will find some opportunities. And the last and final thing that I absolutely love about Moomoo is they offer a whole bunch of fantastic news sites. Now, when you sign up with a normal broker, most of the time what they're gonna do is either try to charge you extra for news, or they're gonna try to make it very, very difficult, or maybe they may only have one news source. The beauty of Moomoo is they have like a pool of different news sources, so you get a little bit of each news source, and if something maybe hits, Wall Street Journal, but not Market Watch, you guys will still get notified, and you guys can still make some trades off that. All right, now that we talked about the pros for Moomoo, what are some of the cons? So one of the issues that I have with Moomoo is there is no fraction shares. Now, if you're comparing this to like Robinhood, or even nowadays like Fidelity offers, fraction shares, the issue with Moomoo is you have to buy full shares. So starting out as a beginner, maybe you only have $100 or $200 to invest, and you can't buy a full share of certain companies just because they're too expensive. I think that I wish they could make it where you could do fraction shares, but maybe something in the long run where they may have to add it. And the second issue I have with Moomoo is they don't have any IRA accounts. An IRA is just a tax incentive retirement account. So if you're more of a long-term investor, a lot of people will put their money into a Roth IRA just because there's a lot more tax benefits with it. With Moomoo, it's a standard broker's account, nothing against it by any means. It's just I wish they had an IRA account, maybe something that I could gear towards retirement. But I'm not complaining, I'm not mad or upset. And the reason why I'm not mad or upset, because who is Moomoo for? Moomoo is for pretty much anybody that tends to trade. So whether you're a swing trader or a day trader, or even wanting to learn, Moomoo has a paper trading option. So if you don't have the cash or the capital to put in an account, you guys can open up a paper trading account, and you can start practicing your trades with paper money. So all simulated money. And let me tell you, most of the time, some brokers will charge you for this, but not Moomoo. You guys can do it all real time, so you don't have to be delayed and stupid stuff like that. It's all real time. And the beauty of And the beauty of using paper trading is because you guys can develop a strategy that works well for you. And then once you guys have some capital, you guys would have already learned a strategy, so you guys can start implementing the strategies you learned from paper trading and start making real money. So in the short term, that's what Moomoo is. That's the pros and cons of it. Now that we understand it, let's go ahead and turn to the computer and do a full tutorial about it. Alrighty guys, so we are up and loaded here on Moomoo. We're gonna be using the web-based platform and just going through all of it. So I hope you guys all enjoy it. If you have any questions, let me know. All right, so starting off on this first page here, you'll notice this me column on the left-hand side. So this pretty much will tell you all the certain stocks you have down in here. It will tell you all of your assets, whether your P&L is going up or down, and just pretty much everything going on inside, your account here on the money side. Over on the right hand side, you guys will see this pop out column. This is how you guys can keep track of different stocks that maybe you want to keep an eye on throughout the day and kind of navigate through your Moomoo platform. So as we go to watch list here, this is where you guys can actually look for certain companies. So if you wanted to search up, Apple, AAPL, just their stock ticker, or you guys can even type in the company name as well. Once you guys click it, you guys will have an adjustable time frame down in here, and you guys will notice I have some of these horizontal lines. Now, how you delete them, it's super easy. You can kind of click on them individually, or you guys can just do one massive group delete. We'll just go individually just because it's a little easier for me. All right. Now, you might be saying, Carter, how did you even add those? It's super simple. All you got to do is click line segment. There's this drop down arrow, and you're going to want to go to horizontal line. If you want to go to horizontal line segment, that's just going to be a small piece. Horizontal line will be the entire length of the stock chart. So what I always do is I mark out the highs, and then each time you just got to re-click it. Mark out, maybe some support lines, maybe mark out another resistance, stuff like that. You're just going to want to continue to, make this easy to look at, okay? Another thing here that I always do is I'm going to put some circles down where I feel like a stock maybe has some opportunity, maybe on a support, something along those lines. I'm going to go ahead and throw it in just because I think it's the best way to keep an eye on, fully understand the stock. But then you'll notice here we have different patterns. I don't use this too much, but all you got to do is just click it, and you guys can do different patterns like that. So I don't use that too much, to be honest with you. I find it more confusing trying to get these patterns. I like to just learn the patterns or have a little like Excel sheet or something along those lines on my desk so I can kind of glance at it when I need to, especially when I was paper trading a lot. I did that. All right, now as we continue, if you want to add any text, you guys can do that as well. Little columns or, not columns, but different messages or comments maybe you have about a stock, you guys can add that in there. Then we just have some other ones if you want to hide all the lines, all that good stuff. So for me, I don't really pay too much attention to a lot of this stuff. I mostly keep an eye on these line segments and stuff like that. So all right, that's how you guys keep track of different stocks. Now, up on the top here, we have different time categories. So if you want to have weekly, monthly, go by quarterly, yearly, minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. They have all these, and then you guys can have like custom ones down there. So, for me, I honestly use the ones they have. I just find it easier. When I'm swing trading, I tend to look at the daily. So each candlestick represents one day. And then when I'm day trading, I'll look at the 1 minute or 5 minute. That's just what works well for me. So another thing down here on the bottom of this, we have different studies. So pretty much what you do and how you can add them, it's super simple. So if you want to add an EMA line, all you got to do is just click it. Boom, added. If you want to add a boiler in different lines and studies, I always leave the RSI, which is the relative strength index, up, just because that is what works well for me. So another thing that's really cool, if you go to display, you guys can go ahead and see different display settings. If you want to add different chartings and stuff like that, you guys can do that here as well. Personally, I really don't add too many charts right here. I mostly do that on the trade column. We'll get there here in a second. If you want to take a chart screenshot or, full screen or something along those lines, you guys can do all that stuff right there. So, this is a great thing. Another awesome thing you guys can do is click this little gear icon. This is how you guys can kind of change and add different studies. You guys can change if you want to have the price off on the left hand side or the percent change. You guys can change so much stuff about this, and this is the reason I love it. You're not just like pigeonholed like on Robinhood. There's no like customizable charts. That's like unheard of. So this is awesome. All right. As we scroll down here, we have different markets. So if you have stocks on your watch list, they'll be right here. Hong Kong stocks, US, and all these other ones here as well. So this one's really cool. So you can kind of keep an eye on the US stocks that are moving. And the beauty of this is you guys can change it by percent gain and see what stocks are actually moving and trying to find some opportunities. So for a day trade, maybe this stock was a move going from 85 cents to $1.31. Possibly an opportunity for a day trader, right? That's another way you guys can find some stocks, which is actually pretty cool here, as you guys can see here. So we'll click on another one. All I'm doing is I'm just double clicking and they're automatically loading up here on the watch list. Okay. All right, as we scroll down here, this is portfolio. So this is like a Facebook it's like a Facebook of stocks. So pretty much if you follow people, what you can do is you guys can, see maybe what they're buying and selling and stuff like that. And it'll give you the return here on the right-hand side. I don't go on here too much. I don't know. I just don't. All right, the trade tab, which is probably one of the most important tabs that I love. The reason I love it here, we'll get there right now. The reason I love it is because this is how you guys can customize a chart. So one thing, you guys can click add new tab, and maybe they have one that works well for you. So boom, and this may work to buy and sell stock, but for me, I love to have different charts. So one thing is I'm going to go to blank page, or sometimes they'll have other ones up here, but then you'll have this little toolbox here. So this right here is going to be how you guys can kind of add certain stuff to make your trading a lot more customizable. So if we want to have a quotes panel to keep an eye on, like level 2 and stuff like that, I'll just kind of put a little bit of everything so you guys can kind of see what all of it is. Account was just going to have your day trades, your cash, and stuff like that. And then we have history, today's stats. We have the broker, shareholding, stuff like that. I don't use this side too much. I mostly use general. The general is going to have like your watch list. Okay. So if you want to have and create a watch list, if you want the AI monitor, which I mentioned earlier, this is how you guys can go about adding that. If you want to have a filter or some sort of scanner up, you guys can add that. If you want to add volatility, if you want to add probability charts, P&L charts, if you want to add everything, you guys can do it here. It's a great platform. This is how you guys can make stock or make trading like for you. You're gonna develop different strategies and game plans that work well for you, and a lot of it's going to be because of the trading setup you have. So make sure you always create a setup that works well for you, because what works well for you may not work well for others, and what works well for others may not work well for you. So you just have to find something and go through this and find stuff, that works well for you. So putting up, a couple of charts and stuff like that. And now how you link all of these up, it's super, super simple. There's this little like 2 boxes. You just got to make sure the colors are the same. So we'll just go ahead and just put a random stock up. And as you guys can see, once everything's synced right here on the group settings, you're going to be good to go, and everything's going to be able to load on all of these, so you're not like typing in different stuff. So, all right, it's super important. Now, the next category here is the Explore. This is how you guys can find stocks in the morning. So going on pre-market, finding advanced runners or advanced ranking, stocks that are moving, getting talked about, after hours list, stocks that are still moving, stuff like that. IPOs, we have all these fantastic picks here. We have it broken down by sectors: food, delivery, financial, oil and gas, healthcare, publishing, all these. So you can get a general layout of how different sectors are doing. And then you guys have the strategy section. So if you want to look at different strategies and patterns, it'll kind of give you some stocks that possibly could be seeing some of those. Over here we have the screener tab. So this is how you guys can create a screener and then save it as a strategy for future uses. All you gotta do is just go in and, you know, fill out all this stuff and you'll be golden. Now, personally, I really don't use the rest of this too much, but really what you can do is look up like a company or an institution. The most popular one is Vanguard. But it'll tell you some of the top holdings that are in the Vanguard. So you'll notice the number one companies, Apple, Microsoft, stuff like that, which is cool. Now, another thing is the dividend payout. If you want to look up a different stock, you guys can pull it up and it'll give you some last dividend payouts, which is nice. So, all right, the next one is the news. Yeah, there's a lot that is involved. So the next one is the news here. So you'll see it's broken up. It's constantly updating, which is awesome. You guys can just click it, instantly pulls up right here, and you're ready to rock and roll and you know what's going on with it. So I think that this right here is one of my favorites just because they have so much news on here. So you're constantly staying up to date, guys. Next one, here's the messages. You guys can message different people, the rewards department, anything, any questions you have, general chat room. All right. The next one here, I don't even know. This is like another Facebook. There's so much like social stuff, which is cool, but I don't use it too much. All right, the paper is the coolest. This is how you guys can paper trade. It's all integrated in their platform, so all you gotta do is make different trades, right? You put in a stock that you want, you give the quantity of shares that maybe you want to buy. So we'll go click Meta. We'll do, you know, the price, you know, whatever the price is, and however many shares you want to have. Boom, click buy, and you're ready to rock and roll. So I think we needed like 99, or we'll just put on 1. So once you click buy, confirm, boom, order submitted, and then you guys can edit, cancel, all that good stuff. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it. That's pretty much the last thing, the last important thing. This right here, I haven't even used it. Don't even know what it is. It like never loads, but just it's I guess to manage strategy. So as you guys can see, I've never used it. Alrighty guys, I hope you guys all enjoyed it. If you guys did, hit that like button, subscribe, and we'll see you guys later. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Take care.